Subaru's long history with the art of the off-road race, let's call it rallying, usually extends to its AWD WRX-based rally cars and no further. But the Subaru XV is something we don't usually expect to see flicking up gravel. Unless it's out on a family holiday, that is. Built in the US by Subaru Rally Team USA and Vermont sports car, this particular XV isn't the one you'd normally see towing a camping trailer. It's purpose-built for the CRC, or the Chinese Rally Championship, and it's going to be driven by an Aussie this week. Subaru's Chris Atkinson. With 270 kilowatts and a whopping 746 Nm at the disposal of its Garrett turbocharged flat 4, regulated by a CRC class mandated 35mm restrictor, the XV weighs around the regulated minimum 1200 kilograms. This figure comes thanks to the extensive use of carbon fiber on components such as the dash, roof scoop, rear wing, and even the door cards. Getting power to the wheels is a set of 6-speed sequential, with set of differentials at the front and rear as well. Riger competition suspension, modified STI hubs and spindles, and Vermont sports cars custom-built tubular cross members, and suspension arms and links, make up the XV's rally spec suspension setup. When that gear will come in handy is with Chris Atkinson, or Atco, behind the wheel this week, driving for Subaru Rally Team China. Though it can be a little difficult to follow the Chinese Rally Championship if you're not actually in China, Atkinson has had a fair amount of success there with strings of wins being racked up whenever he competes there. So, will there be video of this car being pushed to the limit? At this point, we can hope based on the existing N connector, this style edition takes things up a level, adding a host of upgrades. The exterior of the car sees the addition of black bezel headlights with daytime running lights, black door mirrors and 18-inch black diamond-cut alloy wheels. Inside, there is a 5-inch touchscreen infotainment system, which includes Bluetooth connectivity, DAB radio, AWD USB ports, as well as a rear-view camera. It has one powertrain option, a 1.2-liter petrol paired to a 6-speed manual, which produces 113 bhp and 190 Nm of torque, capable of taking the car from 0-60 mph in 10.5 seconds and up to a top speed of 118 mph. This grade is the latest addition to the recently revived Pulsar model family, the first model of which was produced in 1978. Prices for the N-Connecta style edition start from £17,925 and the model is available for order now.
A range of improvements for the Nissan XTrail SUV has been revealed and the updated car is on sale now, priced from £23,385. The most significant alterations are the updated exterior looks and the addition of a suite of autonomous driving systems, dubbed Pro Pilot by Nissan. The facelighted XTrail's redesigned front now features a deeper, lower and more prominent chrome accent that, together with the number plate, give the impression of bisecting the front bumper. The front fog lights are now rectangular and more neatly integrated into the XTrail's face, while additional chrome features both at the front of the car and along the lower portion of the XTrail's doors. The headlights have been tweaked too, and although they remain similar to their predecessors, the optional, adaptive LED headlights have improved cornering functionality. Other aesthetic improvements included a redesigned rear bumper and parking sensors that are now flush with the XTrail's bodywork. Nissan has also been busy where technology is concerned, making its Pro Pilot suite of autonomous systems available on the facelighted XTrail. This setup unites the lane-keeping assistance, adaptive cruise control and autonomous braking systems, allowing them to control the steering, acceleration and braking in a single lane on highways during heavy traffic congestion and high-speed cruising. Although the facelighted XTrail is largely unchanged inside, it does feature a new flat-bottom steering wheel. New options include an updated Bose stereo for the top-spec Tecna trim, heated seats for second-row passengers, a redesigned gear lever for the automatic gearbox and a hands-free function for the powered wheel. The luggage space has grown from 550 liters to 565 liters too. A DAB radio is now standard across the XTrail range, while the autonomous emergency braking gains pedestrian detection. Auto-hold brakes have also been added to XTrails with a manual gearbox, keeping the car stationary, both on hills and on the flat, for 3 minutes, after which point the electronic handbrake will apply itself. The updated XTrail is on sale now, priced from £23,385. It'll get you a 5-seater model Impreza trim with a 161 bhp 1.6-litre turbocharged petrol engine.
Nissan has recently been discovered to have filed a trademark filing for the IMX name with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. The filing, discovered by AutoGuide, was made on September 8 and specifies its use for vehicles, including electric vehicles. The similarity with the IDX name used for sports car concept unveiled at the 2013 Tokyo Motor Show is obvious. This has led to speculation that IMX will be the name of a similar sports car concept powered by an electric powertrain, one possibly production-bound. Nissan has previously shown electric sports car concepts in the form of 2011's S-Flow and 2013's Glide Glider. The Glide Glider was tentatively confirmed for production, but the project never really got off the ground. With the Renault-Nissan-Mitsubishi Alliance last week confirming plans to add 12 electric cars by 2022, perhaps we could finally see Nissan launch an electric sports car. Of course, there are also rumors of Nissan unveiling an electric SUV concept at next month's 2017 Tokyo Motor Show, sharing a platform with the recently revealed second-generation Leaf, so it's possible the IMX name could be used for this concept. An SUV would be the most logical body style for Nissan's next electric car given the popularity of the segment. It was only in May that a senior Nissan executive confirmed that the automaker's next electric car will in fact be an SUV. Stay tuned for an update.
How wrong I was. And how I immediately loved the space that the Pathfinder gave us. Instead of cramped up and squashed in, we were spread out. Space, I realized, actually equals luxury. It was lucky because this was the week I was tasked by my husband to buy plants for our backyard. We've embarked on a garden reno, so I needed a large car to ship the plants around. Here's what I thought of the Nissan Pathfinder TV6, which is top of the range in the AWD petrol version. How did it drive? It was smooth, quiet and easy. The V6 has power and you can feel it, which made me feel quite strong on the road. Coupled with the height and the size of the car, and I felt quite formidable. This was a car I could drive the kids around in and feel seriously safe and secure while doing it. Don't underestimate that feeling. For me, that was one of the things I loved most. It steamed up the hill near my house where I test all cars on without taking a breath, and wasn't slow off the mark either. Heavy? Yes, slightly, but I even liked the heaviness. It added to the rock-solid feeling. The only time it was stiff was when I tried to squeeze into a parallel park and turning the steering wheel all the way got a bit tough. Same when I had to do a tight 3-point turn. You do also feel the size if you are trying to squeeze into a small park, as it is a big car. But it does give you 7 seats, so there's that. How safe is it? It has all the fancy modern stuff you're expecting. The reverse parking camera, the front and back parking sensors, it even beeped if I got too close to the car in front of me, and of course has auto emergency braking, which means it brakes if you're cruising along in traffic and get distracted. There are blind spot warning lights, front, side and side curtain airbags which extend all the way to the back row, plus a total of 4 tether points and 2 ISOFIX points. It gets a 5-star ANCAP rating. How easy is to use every day. I found it extremely practical. The 2 seats in the third row pull up easily, there is no struggling, sweating or swearing when you're moving the middle row forward to get into the back row. And there are cup holders galore, with 2 in the front, 4 in the second row and 4 in the third row. Holy guacamole, that's 10 cup holders. Plus there are 6 bottle holders. Let there never be arguments between the children again as to whose cup holder is whose. Also way down in the back second and third rows are air vents, and they're not those weak vents either. You can feel the air strongly, important if you've been lumped in the back. The car actually has tri-climate control, so you can have 3 different temperatures going if you like. Then there's a huge sunroof which is purposely placed down the back half of the car and brings much loved natural light to the third row. I'm obsessed with automatically opening boots, because who else here has been holding the children, shopping bags, toys, possibly a scooter and dragging a blanket, then had to struggle to put everything down and open the boot? Yes, that would be me. This week it was actually plants I was carrying, but with this car, as long as you have your keys out, you can hold the button down and hey presto, the boot lifts easily. Thank you, inventors of snazzy car features. It's got a swanky 2-level front center storage bin, and storage envelopes on the back of the front seat. All in all, I would say this is a very easy and practical car to use. How spacious is it? It's a big step to get up, and my mother actually complained about it, but if you're okay with that then get ready to step into space. It's positively breezy, with a ton of room in the front seats, loads of legroom, lots of space between the passenger and the driver, and everything is laid out beautifully. In the second row, my daughters, 4 and 6, literally thought it was a playground and they were swinging around in all the space they had. Cute party in the back seat. And in the third row, I climbed in and sat for quite a while, quite comfortably. At 5 inches 4 I'm not exactly tall, but just don't go putting a giant back there. It was decent enough space, and the second row seats do move forward so you can find the right amount of space for all rows. And the boot. Oh, the boot. With the third row down there is a whopping 1354 liters. With the second row down, in case you need to transport, gosh, maybe a bed? It grows to 2260 liters. Even with all seats up there is still space enough to lay a suitcase on its side in the back, or load up with groceries or school bags. What's the tech like? It works. Is that a letdown? Yes, I would say it is. Look, there's nothing technically wrong with the multimedia screen. I mean, it's 8 inches. It has a decent enough sat-nav and I was able to sync my phone easily, but there is no Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or even a digital radio which you would expect at this price. However, sound the trumpets here. There are the 2 screens on the back of the front seats for the passengers in the second row. Winning. My girls thought it was just amazing, and even though the only DVD I could find was an old David Attenborough Animals documentary, they loved it. Yes, there were other outlets to play different types of things, but I am always going to tell them we must only watch animals in the car. No Disney movies. It also comes with 2 sets of Bluetooth headphones, which also meant I could play my own music up front while they listened to the movie. Alone time. Get it while you can. How does it look? The interior feels looks, and as soon as you step in you can tell you're in a top-of-the-range car. Leather accented seats feel great, the shiny center console is stylish, and everything inside has been well thought out. I did think the leather steering wheel felt a bit hard, as did the top dash, but all round there was a fair bit of swag going on. The seat remembering and moving into position and the steering wheel too, certainly helps. On the outside, the Pathfinder isn't going to win Best Dressed at the Oscars, but it won't be on the Worst Dressed list either. It's a solid-looking vehicle. But look, it's big. It's like your friend that will always stand in front of you in a fight 'cause they've got size on their side. Does it matter what they're wearing? Not really. And it has a brand new front for 2017, so it looks modern, curvaceous and does the job. How much fuel does it use? Nissan claims 10.1 L/100 kilometers on the combined cycle, which is more than a 5-seater, but you would expect that with a V6 AWD. What does it cost to own? What is the warranty offered? The car I drove has a list price of $66,190, before on-road costs. Nissan covers the Pathfinder with a 3-year/100,000 kilometers warranty with roadside assist for the duration. Service intervals for the petrol are every 12 months or 10,000 kilometers. Over the first 5 years you'll realistically be paying around $360 per year for servicing if you do the average 15,000 kilometers.